Here again with another Big Bang Theory Season 7 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am and you're watching the Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any type of spoilers. This will be the Big Bang Theory Season 7, Episode 11. The title of this episode is called The Cooper Extraction. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode about a half an hour ago. Amy and Penny are playing a game while Leonard watches on the sidelines as he has hurt himself playing, hoping it's just another sprain as he cannot walk into the ER with another video game injury. Sheldon doesn't want to play as he's on his way out. Texas. His sister is pregnant. She's due tomorrow. And Leonard has to give him a ride to the airport. So Sheldon is leaving kind of sporadic. I don't know if Leonard actually knew about this trip ahead of time or Sheldon just sprung it upon him. But Sheldon doesn't want to, Sheldon is gone and the tree decorating rules are out the window. They don't have to use his ornament spacing template. Penny strapped for cash this year. She puts on a bow on her head and says, "I'm giving you this for Christmas." And Leonard says, "That's what you got me last year and last night." Sheldon Skypes in, says hi to everyone. Sheldon says it's thoughtful that they threw a Christmas party without him when he went out of town. He doesn't have any clue that they're happy that he's out of town. His sister is having her baby at home. Sheldon's upset that he wore his good robot shirt today. The talk starts to be about It's a Wonderful Life, and Amy says if it wasn't for Sheldon, they wouldn't be here in this room together. We go to a scenario where Leonard tries to pick up Penny with Sheldon not in his life. "I'm Leonard." "Really? You don't sound so sure." And Leonard pees his pants in the scenario. Howard wouldn't have ended up with Bernadette. Penny would have ended up with our friend Zach. Another Skype call from Sheldon. He's seen things, lady things, without Sheldon. Bernadette says most of us wouldn't have met, but Penny would still live across from him. So then there's a scenario of Penny and Sheldon in the laundry room. And Penny takes her clothes off and says she needs him. And Sheldon says he's saving himself for a possible neuroscientist with hair the color of mud. How come Leonard, Howard, and Raj never lived together? We talked about it, Leonard says, but Howard was in a pretty serious relationship with his mom, and Howard prefers to say saving money on groceries. And then there's a scenario where Howard is like Norman Bates in Psycho, where he's in his mom's room and his mom is like smaller and she's dead and it's like do 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 do, and Howard apparently went a little bit crazy like Norman Bates. And then we have a scenario where Raj and Leonard live together and all they do is eat because Raj is such a good cook. They're both extremely overweight, and Stewart even shows up in this scenario, and he's overweight too just so he can be in the scenario because he's feeling left out, as he has shown up for this Christmas party. Not that I've mentioned his name yet, but he is. And then Amy sings in a scenario for her. She sings Happy Birthday to herself, and then Stewart shows up in that one as well to blow the noisemaker, and Sheldon Skypes in yet again. He made it through it, as he also made it through the movie Green Lantern, which I made it through too and did not like that movie. I've only seen Green Lantern one time in the theater when it came out, like maybe the first day it came out, so haven't gave that one another shot. Leonard shows Amy that she's the screensaver on Sheldon's computer. Well, it's a screensaver with a bunch of other things like Stephen Hawking and Star Trek, but she's one of a few things, and that just makes Amy thrilled. And then Amy has picked Sheldon up from the airport, and she's really into him. And she's like, "Are you happy to be back?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm happy to be back," as he has a lot of TV shows to catch up on. And then Amy asked Sheldon if he held the baby, and he said he did. It's like every day looking at something with a lack of focus or intelligence. Now, I don't think he actually said that, but I can't remember what he said. But it was something to that degree, like looking down on somebody that's beneath him. And then we have another scenario where we're back to Fat Leonard, Fat Raj, and regular size Howard at the Cheesecake Factory. And Leonard says, "I need your phone number and another piece of cheesecake." And Penny says that she already has a boyfriend. And it's a much cooler but looking the same version of Stuart. Turns out this is Stuart daydreaming this up in the Cheesecake Factory where not many people are there. He must be there late at night. And that's what ends the episode. So this episode was okay. The Sheldon Skype stuff, or whatever he's on, we needed Sheldon in this episode as a focal point, and he just kind of had bad timing in this one, I feel. So I'm going to give the episode a 7.8 out of 10. It was hard to pick a character of the episode for this one, because I like Hemmed and Hawed. Ultimately, I'm going to go for Amy as our character of the episode, and then, as many of you know, I rate Penny, because that's the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory. And this episode, I'm going to give her an 8.9 out of 10, especially the laundry room scene with Sheldon. If, there are no Leonards involved, and she's trying to get Sheldon, and Sheldon doesn't want to have any of it. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you Hulk smash that like button. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms if you deem it something that you would like to share. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are. What would you rate this episode? Who would be your character of the episode? I know it's tough to choose. Some people would probably give it to Sheldon. And then if you want to rate Penny like I do, which there's different versions of Penny in this episode, actually, I'm changing my rating of Penny in this episode. I'm going to give her a 9.1 because her present day with the hot Christmas outfit on, that was good too. Make sure you rate Penny as well if you want to rate Penny. And last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.